is, I want you to imagine what this conversation would be like tonight if the president was George W. Bush. And if this issue was about George W. Bush. Just imagine that for a moment now. If he had been asked this direct question and had refused to answer, what this chamber would look like tonight, what the arguments being made would be like tonight. Just imagine that for a moment. That takes me back to another modern-day poet by the name of Jay-Z. In one of his songs he wrote, "It's funny what 7 days can change. It was all good just a week ago." Well, I don't know if it was all good a week ago, but I can tell you that things have really changed. Because if the president was George W. Bush and this was a question being asked of him and his response was the silence we've gotten, we'd have a very different scenario here tonight, except that I actually believe the senator from Kentucky would be on the floor making the exact same arguments he's making. I want everybody that's watching to clearly understand, and if I'm wrong, the senator from Kentucky is going to correct me here in a moment, what he's asking is just a simple, straightforward response. Or, if we can't get that, a simple and straightforward response from the members of this body in a sense of the Senate resolution. Both have been rejected. Now, the last observation that I would have tonight is that there have been some pretty phenomenal legal analysis done here on the floor. That reminds me of the most famous quote from The Godfather that was never actually used in the movie. I don't know how that happened. Maybe they cut it out. Here's the quote. "A lawyer with his briefcase can steal more than 100 men with guns." Can steal. I don't know how that's relevant to this, but I thought it was a really good quote, and I thought I'd bring it up because I went to law school. I'm a lawyer. I was a land use and zoning attorney, which meant if I wound up in the courtroom, something went horribly wrong with a land use and zoning application. But the point is, we've had some very good legal arguments here tonight on the constitutional issues with regards to this. And I think those are important to discuss, and I'm glad that much time has been spent on those. And it's important for the people at home to fully understand what the legal arguments are here, because they are important. They go to the heart of our Constitution. They go to the heart of our civil liberties. They go to the heart of the things that distinguish our nation. But I think what's really stunning to me, clearly the constitutional issue is important, is how simple and straightforward how this issue is and how easily it could have been resolved. And I don't know how many hours we're into this now, but it looks like I think it's about 11 hours and 15 minutes.
About 11 and a half right now.
Because we can't get a straightforward answer.